y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sharaya Maurice and I'm a homeschooling mama to 3 kiddos ages 2, 4, and 6. And today I am sharing how to homeschool during a move. So if you're interested in hearing more about that, then hit that thumbs up button and let's get into it. It is getting close to summertime. We're in May now and the end of school is on the horizon. You can see it ahead and you're getting so excited, okay? I'm getting excited too. So a lot of times during the summertime, people move. And so if you are homeschooling and you are moving this summer, then it might work for you to just not school. That's often why people move during the summer, because most of the time their children are off during the summer and they can move. But for those who homeschool year round, there might not be a time where you can conveniently not school. So whatever the case may be, you might not be able to take a break during times of transition, and you really still need to stay on your homeschool schedule. So I have a couple tips for you for homeschooling during a move.
Now, if you follow me over on Instagram, you'll have already heard the news that we are in fact moving. In fact, we already have moved by the time this recording comes out. Since I pre-recorded this video, we'll have been in our new house for about 2.5 weeks. So if you're not following me on Instagram, be sure and do that at the Sharaya Maurice for all the latest and up-to-date stuff that I share.
We are moving during our homeschool year. We still have, at the time of this recording, we still have about 4 weeks of school left. And I reevaluated our school schedule and we were set to take a break. We do regular breaks throughout the school year. We were set to take a break about 2 weeks ago, but knowing that we were getting ready to move, I decided to just keep on schooling through that break instead, so that I could move the break back to after that, the first week that we're in our new place. So we are moving, we are super excited about it, and it's kind of been a very fast thing. So at the time of recording this, we just told our children yesterday, and the day before that, we signed the papers. And so at the time of this recording, we are moving in 5 days. So we have a lot of work to do in this week. So it's a little crazy and it's totally fun and we're just gonna go with it and it's gonna be a blast. So that's an exciting update for y'all. So I thought while we are doing this move, we are still homeschooling. So I thought I'd share some tips with you on how we are actually doing that. So the first tip that I have for you, if you are homeschooling during a time of transition or you're moving, is to just take a break. If you can afford to do it in your homeschool day or if your homeschool week or whatever, just take a break. It's a lot to move and to transition. And as homeschoolers, you do generally have the freedom to ease up on some things and shut out altogether on other things. And so I would highly recommend that. So like I said, I am in fact choosing not to homeschool the week that we are in our new place, that very first week, just to allow everyone to transition. If it came down to having to choose between the week after you move or the week prior to moving, I chose the week after we've moved, so we can all get settled into the new place, because there's a lot of, emotions, things are new, kind of scary, and so it's best for me and my family personally to just transition without the stress of school. So I chose that first week that we're in our new place, which means that the week leading up to our moving out of this current place, we are still homeschooling and we are also packing and we're also getting things ready for the move. And so it can be kind of crazy. So my second tip that I have for you, if you are planning to continue, homeschooling up and until your move, is to just take it easy. Have realistic expectations for you and your children. You are going to be tired. Your kids are going to be tired, maybe even a little stressed out and anxious, or they could be overly excited, like my kids. They are overly excited. And, well, not overly. They're excited, okay? And I want them to be excited. So they stayed up way too late last night just being excited because we took down their beds. Their beds are the hardest furniture piece that we have, and so we decided to do that early. And so they are sleeping on their mattresses on the floor, and that's exciting for them. It's a new thing. and they're excited about the move, and so they couldn't fall asleep for a long time, which means that they were up late. And my kids, I don't know about you, but my kids, regardless of how late they go to sleep, they always wake up early, which means they're tired during the day. Okay, so they're not going to do their best or have the greatest attitude about school. So keep your expectations of them realistic. Don't try to give them all of the same amount of work that you would give them on a normal school day. Maybe ease up a little bit, or maybe just do more review instead of new lessons. That way they can keep up their the skills that they have, and it's maybe a little easier for them to do. That way they're not stressed or upset about the new material that is hard for them that they have to work through. Also, another tip that I have for you is that if there comes a point in the day where you just have to, you just got to a read aloud, or maybe you just finished your morning basket and you really didn't get to anything else, any of the main subjects, reading, writing, or math, and you just had to be done, then remember that learning also is taking place just by the whole experience. Your children are learning how to handle a move and to transition. They're learning how to pack and what to pack, and all of the things that involve moving. And so they are learning just by the experience alone. So don't discount that, because moving is something that they are going to experience on their own in the future. They're ultimately going to move out of your house, right? They're going to be moving into and out of dorms. They're going to be moving into and out of houses whenever they grow up and have their own families. And so this experience of moving is a learning experience in and of itself. So don't discredit that as school's done, we're not doing any school, they're not learning anything. No, they're learning stuff. Even if it's not the book stuff, they're learning by experience. So remember that. Another tip that I have for you is to just stick to the basics. Just do reading, writing, and math, and leave it at that. And if you don't get to all of it, or if all you're doing is review, or you're not learning any new material for that week leading up to, or maybe that 2 weeks leading up to the move, then that's okay. You're getting something done, and every little bit counts, especially if you're homeschooling year round. They will retain the information, no problem. So, or if you just want to do a read aloud every day, reading aloud to your children is it's powerful in and of itself. So making time to just read one story or two to them every day and call that your homeschool is good, in my opinion. The final tip that I have for you in homeschooling in times of transition, or homeschooling during a move in particular, is to have a designated box or a place for all your school supplies, and only the supplies that you need, not the extra manipulatives and stuff like that. So it would be helpful to cut out the subjects that require all the extra stuff. Not math necessarily, because you can use a lot of math manipulatives, but if you can just keep a bag of beans for manipulatives, or just use an abacus like we do. We are good with just the abacus. And then you have your notebook, or keep a clipboard of all of their work that they're gonna need just for the week. Maybe just pull out the work that they're going to do for that week before the move, or that week after the move, or maybe that month surrounding the move, and put it on a clipboard or put it in a notebook. That way they just have one notebook to work with, and then you can keep it in a backpack. They can be responsible for their own backpack, or you can keep it in a box. Just have one designated place for all of the schoolwork so that you can easily find it. Make sure to label it if it's a box, big stars on it, colorful, all the things, so that you know this is the homeschool box and we need it, and keep track of it. Those are my tips for you on homeschooling during a move, and it can be exciting, but it can also be stressful. So remember to be gracious with yourself, and I hope that this video helped you and encouraged you, and hang in there. Moving is a lot, but it can be done while homeschooling. Trust me, I know, we're doing it now. So thanks so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.